So it's important that I acknowledge and respect how you feel. So when you're in the midst of life is blowing up, holy fuck, I've fallen off the wagon. I have failed this whole hot mom thing. I have spent my money. I have whatever it is that how you sabotage yourself. Okay, I'm telling you right now, everybody, that's why I'm here. I'm acknowledging to you are important enough to acknowledge the fact that you're feeling like shit and you want help. So there's that. If anybody has the trigger of not feeling important as a child and alone, welcome. This is where you heal. So, okay, now let's get into the meat and potatoes of this shit, shall we? So the other shoe. First of all, go to there's a section, the book section. I've tried to go in, thanks to Olive, helping me and put in like what I feel like you need to read and listen to first. The book, and if some of you are thinking, well, bitch, why can't you just tell me what it is? I can, and it's all throughout this course. Okay, it's the videos and everything that I've ever read and chewed up and spit out is in this course. But I also know a lot of you aren't going to turn my shit on every day when you're doing laundry, and you're not going to listen to it in the car. So for those, and some of you want more, I always want more. So I give you books. I give you things. Hey, here's a book I think would be great for you. And in that, just go to that section. It's listed out perfectly. In that list, there's a book called The Big Leap. It's got a fish jumping out of the bowl. And there's a book called You Are Badass. I think it's You Are Badass at Making Money or You Are Badass. I can't remember which one. But in that, I think Jen says, when you set these goals, yes, okay. When you set these goals, I want this amount of money. I want to be this. I want to feel this way. I want to be healthy. I want my thyroid to get better. I want my relationships to get better. I want more calls. I want more booked gigs. I want more booked whatever it is that you're wanting. And you sign up for it and you go out and you take that first step. I've told you all the stories about people. I've had clients have car wrecks after leaving my house. Some people would see it as Casey's the devil and it's God's way of telling me not to go with her. That's usually when a dark energy has got the person so hard. Yeah, and I'm saying that. It's usually when a dark energy has that person so bad, right? Instead, this particular client saw it as a test. She goes, you know what? I saw it as this is not going to stop me. So it made me want to go even harder. That's what I'm talking about. Then she went on, healed her health in a major way. This girl was, oh my God, and she was so young, had the worst autoimmune disease ever. Like she was allergic to so many things, so sensitive. She's such an empath. She was a nurse. She went on to get her NP. Like everything happened for her. It was so magical. Why am I telling you that? Because when you take this step, just like in the book, You're a Badass, when you take this step into your next level or this next phase of your life and you're stepping into, hey, this is the next step to get where I want to go. You step into that. Yeah, depending on your subconscious beliefs about the other shoe dropping, you're going to get tested, and you have to see it as a test. You have to see it as blocks and triggers. Now, triggers are the teachers. So, for the people that sign up immediately and some shit goes down, whether it's your dad gets sick, your dog dies, your kid gets sick, something throws you off and you feel like, fuck, see, I sign up and then this happens. That's perfect. A hot mom, okay, Casey ship people, the person, the powerful bitch, the warrior spirit that you are, sees that as a trigger. You don't see it as a woe is me, I'm sick again, now I got to get surgery, now my kid's sick. You don't see it as that. You see it as a thank you. All right. Okay, awesome, thanks, because now you're showing me just one more thing I need to clear. There's something here that I need to clear to get to where I'm going. Okay, you understand? So depending on how bad your beliefs are, like The Big Leap, the book says, it's simply when you feel like you can't have it all. You feel like that if money's coming in and money's good and you're on your health kick, you're feeling great and blah, 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 that now there's a fight with you and your husband, there's a fight within your household, you and the kids flipped your shit, your teenage daughter's going goddamn nuts. Like there's something else because Or maybe you start, I've done this too, where everything's going great, so I'll start a fight with Skip to sabotage it, to say, see, I can't have it all. But that's bullshit. So you have to go back to everything I teach in this whole entire course about how to process these things. And it's, you have to go back to the root. And now I'm going to tell you something that I found out this morning that brought me to tears. That's going to help you today, because that's always what happens. You have to trace it back to who taught you, or what. First of all, you have to go, who taught you that you can't have it all? Who taught you that good things come to an end? You know, I know it's my mom. Just my mom and her side. And two, the Trolls. If you've ever watched the Trolls, I was watching the other day after I smoked or chewed a really good gummy. And I told y'all, when I did the gummies, it puts me into this crazy state of mindfulness. Like, I can process with ease. So I was watching Trolls, and Poppy, who's seen Trolls? Just give me a emoji if you have seen Trolls, or like give me like something that's easier for you to do. I just want to know who's seen Trolls, so I know I'm not talking to like nobody. Who has seen Trolls? Raise your hand. Who has seen Trolls? Can't see. Who has seen Trolls? I can't see anything. So Poppy is the little princess, and she is like the positive beam of light. She's actually what the troll. So what are they called? What are the troll bad guys called? Bergens. So the Bergens, they're like these ugly troll-like people, not actual trolls. They're these ugly, nasty-looking just things, and they believe that you can only be happy if you eat a troll. Well, on Trollstice, when they went to eat a troll, they were going to eat Poppy. She was the new little princess. She was this new light being. Okay, now about spirituality, she's this new just ball of light. So they wanted to have the king eat her because she would be the ultimate happiness, right? So Poppy is the damn bitch up in here, Miss Shitting Rainbow Sunshine. Let's hug. Let's do all this. Now, what's his name? Justin Timberlake. What's his name? What's the troll's name? Just that Justin plays. Kurek or Dirk or some shit. Anyway, Justin Timberlake plays the opposite of Poppy. Okay, it's this troll that lives with all them, but he's gray. He lost all of his color because he's like, woe is me. He sees he's the pessimist of the bunch. He's the one that says he's going to be ready when the Bergens come back, and he's just the want, blah blah blah. He's negative Nancy. So, and during the point that they do get caught, it's so sad. I started crying because I've never paid attention to this part. It's so sad because I myself did what Poppy did, and you've been there too. I know you have. And if you haven't, that's amazing. So in the part where they get caught, Poppy sits there and she's so sad because she let everybody down and she's about to die. Like, she feels so just, hello, they got caught. Everybody she loves, everything she's there for, and everybody's doom and gloom, and she's feels responsible. I guess she's sad. She starts losing all her color, and it's so sad because her spirit went. That's what that dark is. It's like the Justin Timberlake troll. That's why he's gray. He's all gray, doom and gloom, Eeyore, right? So Poppy loses all of her color, and when she does, everybody else loses their color because she was the little ball of light that kind of kept everybody going, right? So when she lost her color, everybody else lost their color. And so then that's when Justin Timberlake sees her, because he kind of like falls in love with her, and he starts singing that song, Your True Colors. And then because she realizes that it's that love and that hope comes back in, she brings her color back, and now bringing her color back helped him get his color back. So why am I telling you that? Because in life, it's funny I'm doing this with trolls, but in life, when we were a little bitty kid, every one of us were like Poppy. Every fucking one of us had that birthright to be like Poppy. Now, we were born, okay, like me and my mom's side had dark, dark, dark energy. Now, my dad has it too. My dad's side has some dark energy too, but my mom had a really, really like narcissistic, which my kids will probably need some therapy because I may have leftover shit, right? But my mom was the typical, if you've read that book, Will I Ever Be Good Enough? My mom was extremely she was a monster. Okay. Now, if you've been here long enough, you know we don't blame our parents. They didn't know any better. Look, read the book. Well, I'm big enough. You can't go to her. It's just pointless. Okay, outside the fact. But my mom was that dark energy, right? So I was born into just had that dark shit. So yes, we were all children once. We all came in initially with poppy energy. Our infinite energy doesn't die. We are energy, okay? We are energy. Energy doesn't die. Mm-hmm. Our true self, our highest self, that feeling when you feel God, Jesus, spirit, angels, light, inspiration, joy, love. When you feel those vibes, heaven, all the same thing. When you feel those vibes, that's poppy, okay? Throughout life, that dark energy, the woe is me, these people in your life and these things that happen to you, like when Poppy got caught and lost her color, these things over time chip away and take little pieces of your spirit, okay? They start teaching you that you need to watch out. There's always a Bergen. There's always something that can happen. I have a client, she grew up with money around doctors, and when one of her grandparents died, her mother lost her fucking mind. She didn't take care of herself anymore. They lost their money. They lost everything. So now, guess what my client has dealt with and had to process? Feeling worthy and feeling unworthy when she gets anything that she fucking deserves. When she gets the big bonus, and when she gets the fucking Prince Charming, the dream man, when she gets the body, when she starts doing really well, she sabotages, and she knows it now. And it's because of the shit she took on as a belief when she watched her mom and her family lose everything after somebody died. Everything's going good like Poppy, and then it gets taken away. So you have to, A, look at your triggers. I need to write this down because I'm going to have notes for the video. You have to look at your trigger, which triggers are the shit, the bad shit. So right now, the one that was saying my daughter's sick, or this happened and this happened and this happened, everything's going bad for me. So you have to look at the bad. That's the trigger, okay? Bad energy, bad feelings, bad whatever. That's the trigger. If you don't have any money, that's your trigger. Let's get to the bottom of it. If you feel like you want to avoid a certain conversation, why? What are you scared of? That's the trigger, that you're going to feel like you're messing up, that you're going to feel like what? That's what you run towards. If you want to get to your desire faster, run towards the pain. Ask questions. Figure it out. It can be done. You can shift it like that with our resources. That's why I tell everybody, I'm like, if I were you and I was starting all over again, I'd be in Hot Moms, okay? I would obviously go through this shit, learn about, week 5, all about being an empath. I would read Dodging Energy Vampires. I would armor myself with everything I needed to know about being who we are. We are a fucking goal-oriented women. We are women who want more. We're not okay with just kind of like status quo shit. We want more. We want fucking to feel wealthy. We want to be healthy. We want to be super hot. We want a fucking awesome relationship and have crazy good sex and all these orgasms, and to feel like we're like high school again, but way better and sexier and smarter, and like we want it all. We're not okay with just selling because we should be happy. We should be happy. We want more, right? So if you truly want more, it's going to be uncomfortable. Okay, I'm not saying none of this shit's easy at all, but it's way easier than the life that I was living. I don't know about you. That's why I say a lot of people, when they don't want to sign up or they don't want to do, level up, I said, that's fine. That's fine if you want to stay where you're at. Like, I'm totally fine with that. Don't tell me sorry. Like, it's you. It's your life. Worst case scenario, you're just going to stay where you're at. And just see, nothing works out for me. See, nothing ever works out for me. So the bad are the triggers, okay? That's what triggers are. They're your teachers. So anytime you get triggered, you don't feel well, go, okay, what is this? So what happened? Where did it happen? Who taught me? that good things don't last, that I just have to stay sick because I'm old or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So this says right here, I wrote notes down earlier. So how does it feel when you get what you want? You can write it down or do it later. So how does it feel when you get what you want? Think really hard. Like when you get the job you want, when you get the blood work results you want, when you get the coffee you want, the shirt you want, when you get the man you want, whatever. When you get what you want, how does it feel? Okay. So that is your job. Every day. All day. Every day, all day, every day, all day, every day, all fucking day long. You stay in the vibe of what it is you want. And if something takes you off of that, there you have your trigger. Then you can do the work. You can say, you gently, this is what I used to struggle with and I still have to catch myself. Don't be mad at yourself for feeling the way you feel. Like, let's just say you're sad, depressed, unmotivated, frustrated, whatever. It's easy to say, God, you dumbass, this is exactly what you're not supposed to fucking be doing. Like, no. That's not going to work anymore. Not going to work anymore if you want to fucking level up really fast. So if you want to level up fast, then do what I'm saying. So when the triggers come up, then you observe it. Very just like it's not even part of you. Like act like you're a counselor. Okay, and you're saying, you as a counselor, you wouldn't go, aha, you fucked up. See, why the fuck did you do that? Maybe you knew better. Counselors would not talk to you like that. If they did, I don't know who would go, yeah, I mean, sometimes I need some tough love and then them to tell me what I need to do. But you need to look at it like this. Act like the counselor and say, okay, so what is going on, what we're seeing, what I'm feeling is that you're feeling this way right here because of this right here. Do you think it has anything to do with you not getting any sleep last night? Or can you figure out where this came from or how long it's been a problem? Now, do you see the difference? So you have to look at it as not a part of you, just, hey, there's this thing going on. I don't like how I feel. I don't like this and this and that. What's my trigger? What caused me? What's the clue that caused me to be here? Like yesterday I was talking to a client and I asked her, she has a codependency issue with her child. And every time she gets in her child's presence, it just cords her to the fucking, you know what it's like to be codependent. It's horrible. Like it affects your whole entire mood, your whole entire day. If that person is not doing what you think they should be doing, it's just horrible. So I said, okay, well, what's the clue? Like how did you even call him? Did y'all get around each other? Like, what's the deal? She goes, no, I can text him, but it's when I talk to him. It's when I'm in his presence or when I talk to him. So that she knows that's a clue that's going to cause her downward spiral. Okay. Just like me, that I'm going to share with you what made me cry this morning. So I found a new money block for myself. And I love this analogy from the Get Rich Lucky Bitch book. The river. Imagine that abundance, in abundance in any way, abundance in thyroid health, abundance in health, abundance in relationships, abundance in money, abundance in energy, whatever. Imagine it's like a river, okay? A river, fucking like, it's Chattahoochee, fucking like, just raging. Oconee rivers, like rapids and shit, just flowing hard, man, just going, never dry, just fucking hard rivers. Tennessee River, all that body of water, just all these big rivers. They keep giving me rivers. All of these rivers, okay? Now, imagine if you ever grown up around the country, you know about beavers. Those little fuckers. Oh, we have to get tractors and go through the creeks and push all the beaver homes down because we need that to keep flowing because we have cows and right? So, but I know that rivers are a little different. But imagine some shit falling in the rivers and eventually over time, that motherfucker gets kind of, slows down, right? It slows down. It starts trickling all the way, like you can imagine. It starts just getting worse and worse and worse until it's like just a trickle. So the trickle is what we are getting when we don't have what we want. Like, oh, What am I missing? Where is my money? Where's my man? Where's my job? Where's my willpower? Where's my motivation? Where's my energy? Okay? What has happened is these things have fallen in and caused us to be blocked, right? So each time we do this inner work to really sit down and write out these questions and pay attention and acknowledge in the You Are Understood card and acknowledge what we're feeling, and all it is a hey, it's that block. Get this block out, and it's going to open a little bit more to come in. You'll start getting the more water, the stream will pick up, right? Until eventually, boom, it'll just fucking come on. You'll be like, damn, here we are, right? Now, the difference in like lottery winners, you know how they'll win all the money and then lose it. That's why I say you're not where you're at because you're not a vibrational match for it. That's same with lottery winners, same with like MC Hammer shit, right? Or anybody that's ever lost any money that's a celebrity. Just because they have money, like me, just because I'm a fitness model doesn't mean that all fitness models have their shit together. No, that's why you see girls that look great for shows and they fucking get fat as fuck and turn into miserable, sick old hags. Is because their vibrational, they didn't match that. They didn't feel worthy of how they looked and they beat themselves to get there, right? So same with celebrities. They just have more money. It's at a bigger level, right? So they can still have money problems and lose all their money. So this has nothing to do with, yeah, but you're further ahead, you're this or that. Look, it's all the same. It's just an energy. So let's clear it out, shall we? So all this is, if you can't connect to your true desires, like I said, that's your only job every day. And I'll tell you my story about the money block. But your only job every day is to stay, when you meditate and when you get your physical outlet. Today is hardcore the message for you. You have to move your body. And it could be the Kundalini yoga. It could be the easy flow yoga. It could be walking outside, not with anybody. It could be exercising. It could be whatever. Physical exercise, dancing, I don't care. You have to move your body. That energy is going to work out energy. It's going to clear your mind. You're going to get thoughts. You're going to get ideas. It's going to help you process this and get on the other side. Got it? So instead of bitching about your stuff and instead of feeling bad and staying in the bad feelings, you need to make a 911 appointment, just like I did the other night, and told Skip to go home. I went to the beach by myself and I sat and I fucking worked it out, right? And I asked for help though. You need to ask for help sometimes. That's what this group's for. You post, hey, I'm feeling this. I've done the work here. I've done the work here. What is it that I'm feeling? And we'll help you. You can submit a question if you don't want to ask it out loud. Now, my money block. I don't know if this will help anybody. I think it will. This is a big one, and then we will finish up. Okay. I had a recent trigger of, as a woman, phone call. As a woman, it's really hard to buy for ourselves. It's hard to do for ourselves, period. Like, what happens if you, I don't know, let me just tell you what happened to me. So I spent a certain amount of money on clothes for the kids, and I got me something. And I'm trying to get in the vibe of getting me stuff. For years, I went and I would only buy stuff for me that was justifiable, like Botox and hair extensions and lash extensions. Well, that's needed because of my image. I feel like I like looking good, and I've always wanted to dress down and look good, right? Like when I go out, because I don't ever wear makeup, I wanted to have tattooed makeup and for my face to look good. I used to say, I want to just be able to go out and look like throwback as fuck, but have like nice throwback clothes on and look hot. That's what I wanted. Okay, so I got extensions, I got fake lashes, and I got tattooed eyebrows, not microbladed, tried that before. I got tattooed eyebrows, I got tattooed makeup, so I could literally roll out of the bed and look like I had makeup on. That's what I wanted. So it was justifiable, right? But when it comes to buying clothes, I'll wear shit with holes in it. I swear. It's so weird. Like, I just threw away a pair of Nike Pros because they had holes in it. and I will keep shit from like high school because it's still good. I'll still wear it. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Right? I will wear clothes that don't feel good. I'll wear bras that don't feel good because I don't want to go buy another one. This is doing fine. What the fuck? So this trigger made me do what I'm doing here. Like, great, Casey, you're moving into what you want to do. Everything's working out for you. You're finally seeing what you want to see, and then BAM! Fucking hit with this shit. And I was like, it's okay, I know. Like, thank you, because I'm ready to go to the next level. I want to be at, God almighty, I want to be at close to $1 million to fucking $4 million. Like, I know what's possible, and I know what I've got, and I know I can do it. So I'm going to remove all the fucking blocks. And if it takes me 3 more years, I'm cool with that. I don't care, because I know my end goal. I've seen it. I've gotten visions of it. It's okay. So I know where I'm going. But so the money block thing. So what happened was this. This is what brought me to tears, and I think a lot of you are going to understand this, and I think a lot of you are going to feel this. So as a woman, from day one, what we do and how we are made up is nurture. It is our feminine energy to want to take care of people. I saw babies yesterday, and then I started looking at adoption stuff last night. Because I saw that little baby sitting there. Oh my God, it was like a new baby. And I saw, you know what I'm talking about, oh my God, when they got their little passy, like new to the point of where they got that ugly passy that you can stick your thumb in and put in their mouth. So the little baby was sitting there. And you could tell, like, the mom was nervous because she was waiting on the dad, and the baby was getting hungry, and he was sitting there, like, spitting it out and looking like this. You know how cute it is when they're, like, gnawing on their little hand because they're so hungry, and they're just, oh, just so cute. It's like a little calf. So I saw the baby, and I was just like, oh, I just want to fucking feed it. Can I just hold it? I just want to, oh, my God. Anyway. And I've also been in situations where I've been at the airport and I'll see a mom, like a single mom or mom without a man or whatever with a baby, and like I want to be around her. Like, somebody fuck with this lady. Somebody fuck with her. I'm like there. I don't know. It's just something like this I don't even know, nature thing about women. It's like cows too and animals. Like a woman, like we have that in us, like where we just want to take care of everybody and everything, and that's who we are, like goddess energy. We are forgiving. We want to see the best in people. We want to give. We want all that. We want to just that's that feminine energy, right? Yet, our design is to receive. Why is it so hard? But why is it so hard? Why is it hard to receive good health and keep it? Why is it hard to receive good things happening and good things keep happening? Why is it hard to receive a present from ourselves? Why is it hard to receive a compliment? Why is it hard to receive just good shit happening and be okay with it and feel worthy of it? So think back to when you were a child, and this is what got me. Like, I couldn't think of one time, and I'm open to see more. I've got to do some more work. I was kind of pushed for time, but I couldn't think of one time where I got a toy or a gift, or anything really that wasn't justified. Meaning, if I got a prize, if I got money, it was because I won it. It was because I worked hard. It's because I did my chores. It's because I got good grades. Anything I ever got, it was because I did something. Masculine, father wound. So with my mom, it was always strings attached. If I got a gift from a friend, honey, you better turn around and go get a present for that friend. I couldn't even receive the gift because it was like, oh, fuck, I feel bad now because I don't have you anything. So I got back to, I can't think of just being okay and being taught that, hey, it's okay for you to have exactly what you want. Here you go. Like, hell yeah. Like, it, you know what I mean? As a woman, I don't know if it's different. And in that book, The Get Rich Lucky Bitch, she even says it that men can fuck up in business and be like, oh yeah, you know, it kind of hurts their ego a little bit, but it's just different. Women, oh my God. Same with our weight and our bodies. We take it in, we internalize it. We don't want to fuck up because we don't even want to try because of da 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 da. It's just different. We are different creatures, more sensitive creatures in a way, because we are tapped into that divine goddess energy. And girls are more, I think we're more powerful because we're taught that emotions are okay. But a lot of us, like me growing up, were taught that it's not okay to have emotions. So a lot of men don't have emotions, so you get the point. But for me, it was just a big eye opener to say, Casey, the reason that it's hard for you to have and do this for yourself for just no reason is because you were taught that it's something you don't, it's just foreign to you. Like, it's foreign to you. So you have to create your own new normal. You have to create your new normal, and it feels really fucking weird. It feels really weird. And it's going to come in slow unless you release this big block. And it's just, how willing are you to see things differently so that you can release these blocks, right? And I'm totally game, totally down for it. And you can also, pray that you're just shown the right next steps, because you're always just one thing, just one fucking just small tweak, idea, call, action away from your next big breakthrough. That's it. Like, that's a fact. So being a little bit more gentle with yourself when things go wrong, doing all the work that you're taught here in the group, and the resilient as fuck, and what's the other one? The mentality needed to succeed. Doing all the work. It's really, this is a new normal. We were not taught this. A lot of you here, we were not taught that it's okay to want this and this and that. And then I got into, when I am making this certain amount of money and it's doing this, because you always have to play. Always play in the energy that feels scary to you. And then if something comes up, guilt, shame, fear, what's going to happen if I attain this, there's you another trigger. And the sooner you work out these triggers, you'll be given this thing that you want. Just like your health. If you get the energy that you want, and you get the hormones that you want, and the body that you want, what does that mean? Well, to a sexual person that's been sexually abused, it can mean that they're not safe anymore, that they're going to get raped again. So you have to work through that and say, no, it's not true. I don't get raped every day because I look like a fitness model, So you have to get down to the bottom of playing in the energy of where you want to be, and ask spirit to show you those things that are blocking you from that. And you're always blocking yourself. It's just something that you don't know. That's where the awareness, and then that's the importance of physical, moving your body and being intentional about movement. Even if you're driving, go drive by yourself. I've got one client, she realized that just moving, just walking around her house, walking around the mall, just driving on long drives by herself, she meditates. She gets answers. Skip, he meditates on the toilet. He gets messages when he's scrolling. He's not even looking. He's scrolling on the phone, sitting on the toilet. And he gets messages. He's receptive at that point. That's how he meditates. So you have to practice daily. Every day you have to be meditating. Whether it's moving, driving, blow drying your hair, you have to set that intention of, show me what it is to unblock this thing. I'm ready to see things differently. I'm so willing to learn what it is I need to learn so that I can have it on and have my goal, because I'm worthy. It comes down to this whole thing, this other shoe dropping, comes down to a worthy issue. It's that we don't feel worthy of having what we want because of, I don't know, you're the only one that can answer that. Getting into the money that I was wanting, because I've had the health things and the physical things I can go through, but the money that I was wanting, then I got into, well, I'll need to find a charity because I do want to do this and I do want to do that. And then I'm like, Casey, you give back, that is you. And to say that you're going to go out and do that, that's all ego based. That's all because you feel guilty for having money. That's bullshit. I know that I'm a giving person, and money only, health and body, looking sexy, that's not going to fix your problems, okay? Getting rich, getting the job you want, getting the man you want, the girl you want, the health you want, the body that you want is not going to make you happy, okay? It's going to provide you it can help you get to that point, but that's why you lose it, is because there's something in there that you still don't feel worthy of, okay? And you haven't done enough work on the sabotage. You haven't done enough work on these, the other shoe sabotage, okay? So that's the work that needs to be done. What happens when I attain my goal? What is it? Okay, well, it looks like this. Well, then what? Well, then it's gonna cause so-and-so to hate me. So now that's why you haven't been getting in shape. That's why you haven't been going to the gym, because you're afraid that your husband will leave you or your friends will not want to be friends with you. If you can't feel, this is a big thing. This needs to be in its own fucking video. Because when I would try to play an energy, I couldn't connect. I couldn't feel it. Like, if you're trying to get to your next weight or get to your next just goal in general, and you can't feel it because you're supposed to play in the energy. You're supposed to play in the energy of already having it, because your brain and body knows no different. So every day practicing this meditation, and your only job is to play in the energy of the life that you want, and just play in an energy, and anything that comes up in between, the yeah buts, the what ifs, the this is going to happen, those are your triggers. And you trace them back. Where did I learn this? Is it really true? No. And you write the new belief of what you wish to be true. But if you can't connect to that original thing, like, God, I just can't connect. Like today, okay, this is perfect. Thank you. I've been wanting that house, the house that's, I don't care if it's they're 3 to 4 million, and I don't want anything over like 3,000 square feet. Don't want that, anything over that, unless they're counting it as like a big office, has a stripper pole in it, and it's like Tommy Lee shit, maybe. But I not really want the big house. I want the location, the view. So I want this house, and I'm sitting there going, all right, if I do this right, by the way, our job is not the fucking how. And I hate that, because I like knowing the how. How about you? Yeah, I like knowing the how. So I'm sitting there playing in this energy and thinking, all right, I know that I could have the down payment, even though I don't want to buy the house. I do want to buy the house because I can do this with it and this with it and this with it. Blah, blah, blah. I'm sitting there thinking of all this shit about the how. I can imagine myself being in the house, but I get caught up in the how. Okay, I'm like, all right, well then what feels better? Well, what feels better? Because now I'm putting myself in a box. The reason you can't feel something is because you're not shooting high enough. So the reason you can't connect when you're trying to get in the vibe of something is because you're not shooting high enough. Spirit's like, no, I'm not going to give it to you. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. So that's a big hack. If you can't feel it, go up. Just like your money. If you can't feel, I have one client right now, she wants to be 6 figures. She wants to make 6 figures a year. And she can totally imagine it. We play in it all the time when we do our sessions. She can totally get there. But when she sits there and tries to price her sessions, she gets stuck. She's like, I feel like it's too much. I feel like I'm not this. And she's well worth it. So I'm like, all right, well, let's just go back to the 6 figures. Can you feel that? She's like, oh, fuck yeah. I'm like, well, done. Just stay there. Everything else works out. And sure enough, her client filled out the form. She did the energetic work. Everything worked out. But when she got caught up in the smaller amount, she was blocked. She had to go to 6 figures to unblock it because you're shooting too low. So always play with, well, I just want to be, 40 pounds down. What do you really want? Because a lot of you are scared to set goals because you think it's unattainable. You think that you're being greedy. You think that, I don't know what the limiting beliefs are about being sexy. Maybe it's that sexy girls are bitches. They're insecure. What is it that your mom told you about hot and pretty girls? I had one friend, her mama hated cheerleaders. She hated any of the girls that were popular. Hated them. Couldn't stand them. So naturally, her daughter didn't do any of that, even if she wanted to, because those girls were horrible people. And that's so not true. Not true at all. I've known the opposite of cheerleaders that were horrible fucking people. Do you see what I'm saying? So you have to get to all these limiting beliefs that you have. That's it. So play in the energy of what it is that you want. And if everything starts going bad, that just shows you that you have a lot of work to do in your subconscious, that you truly, deep down somewhere way back here, because your subconscious runs the game. Subconscious could also be past stored emotional bullshit, okay, which is what it is. Childhood. So usually, like I told a client yesterday, I said, by the way, you're not running the show. Fucking 10-year-old is running the show. She's still stomping her feet because she don't want to do something. So just like me and the money thing, I still had like a 3-year-old or like this little kid running the show that felt like she didn't deserve anything for herself. That if she got anything, she had to give it away, or if she got anything, it had to be for something else. Do you see? Disguised as Casey got her shit together that's 34 years old. Oh, no, 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 honey. Little Casey over here is running the show, and that's not true. So that's the other issue, is simply a worthiness thing, and just shows you the work that has to be done. But I do love the hack of, if you can't connect to your goal, just shoot. It's because you're shooting too low. May I add, we did this when we did this live the months ago. We had one, Raylene, in there. I would love to know where she's at now about fertility, because we went through some things, and she manifested a house. She manifested so much good shit, but she was so beat down her whole life, and so it caused her to shoot low. And I'm sitting here going, same with another one of my clients. I met her, and she goes, and this is a very, very powerful energy healer. And they were like, I just want to make this amount of dollars. And I'm like, excuse me? You don't make that already? And I almost felt bad saying that. But she was like, no, I was so fucking like, oh my God, I got to do that. I'm like, oh my Lord. How about we work together? And then she tripled her income and hit the 6-figure mark within the first, was it 30 days? Yeah, like the next month she signed up, we did it. So these people, and sometimes you and me both, we're the ones that hold ourselves back. So it's about not being scared to dream really fucking big, something that you can connect to and just play with. Play means imagination. Like, imagine the body, having the body you want. How would you walk in the gym if you already look the way you want to look? How would you eat today if you already look the way you want to look? Okay? How would you think? How would you say? What would you write on Facebook if you already had what you wanted? How would you show up in Hot Moms? How would you show up anywhere? If you already had what you wanted, if you already looked the way you wanted. And you know what? I set a goal the other day. I was like, you know what? I am out of nowhere. This is out of nowhere. I want to have gluten again. Not gluten necessarily, but holidays are coming up, and there's something about the grains. Like, I'm wanting one of them. And I'm like, you know what? I've never set a goal for that. I've set goals for healing the thyroid, and I've nailed that. But the food sensitivities, I've never thought about setting a goal for like green and could have all this stuff. So yeah. And so I'm starting to play in the energy of that. Let you know how that goes. So maybe you try the same thing. Imagine what it would be like to eat. You know, if you wanted this, you could eat it and it makes you feel good, right? Good, right? So I have so many traumatic responses and traumatic situations from when I was basically dying, that those foods cause so much horrible things to happen. And there's this belief in me that it's still there, right? Sugar, yes, absolutely. Sugar, I mean, sugar is an energetic thing. Sugar's like a drug to me, so I just don't fuck with a lot of sugar. You may not be that way, but gluten and the grain, like, I actually have very bad memories about those things and what it caused me. So my body has kept score. And if I have to not eat that forever, I'm okay with it. I've made peace with it. But I'm gonna fuck with it. I'm gonna play around with it. I'm gonna play around with it. We'll see. We'll see where that goes. But it came up the other day. I'm like, you know what? Totally doable. It's totally doable. Is there anything else? Think back. Yeah, this says right here, just the last thing, and I've already said it, was think back of whenever you remember receiving stuff. Like, could you receive money? Gifts from friends without feeling like you had to owe them something. And receiving and having is two different energies. Receiving, I didn't have in the beginning. I had to work through receiving. Now I can receive stuff from a homeless person because I know the energy around it. I am totally open to receiving. All that's good. When it comes to having and sharing, that's when my blocks come in. Why am I telling you all about me? It's because this is This is how people learn. Also, think back if you're empath, okay, this also came up. At birthday parties, when I was little, I would let people open my presents, and it was on video. So I thought back, I'm like, wait a minute. And it would make some of my family members kind of mad because certain friends would want to open my presents. And then I had somebody tell me in the past life I was poisoned. I didn't connect with that, which I'm fine if it was, whatever. But this made more sense to me. Here comes the woman thing again. I, as an empath, and I think you can relate, if I'm sitting there opening a present and somebody wants to open it with me and I can feel how much they wish they could open it, I'm going to let them open it. You know? That's the empath in me. But a boundary says, hey, that's not okay. It's not okay because this is my birthday. You're going to have your birthday or whatever. But, and if it is okay, we can do it together. We can open it together, whatever. But, that saying of don't dim your light to make others feel important or whatever. Shit, that's so me. I'm the one, if I'm in a group and there's a fucking weirdo with a social issue, I'm going to try to make that person feel normal and everybody else except the weirdo. That's fucked up. No. If you've read Dodging Energy Vampires, no. So a lot of the things of feeling worthy is simply also being an empath and looking back at how many fucking situations we picked up that wasn't even ours. How our parents looked at health and money and sexy people and time and doing and being busy, but not getting anything done. It could also be just us being an empath, picking up that, taking it on as ours because we didn't know the difference, and now we're like, done. Sometimes you can just be done and unavailable with an energy, and you're good. And you're just boop, move up. It's just a decision. And sometimes there's actually some inner work to do. So there's that. What else? Is there anything? I think that's it. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? So a lot of you need to do some work and cry. There's just some sad little kids in here. And I don't know if you see it as sad, but if you'll read the book, Will I Ever Be Good Enough? That's a good one. Listen to that book, Get Rich Lucky Bitch, because it was really refreshing of how she breaks down being a woman and the beliefs around getting rich, whether it's having a good man, life, or whatever, is, in movies is, and same thing with hot girls, looking at movies and all the hot girls, they're portrayed as bitches and, just snobby and they want to fuck your man. So not true. So not true. So not true. But yeah.